Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is the 2025 Grade 5 Titanium 28-piece limited edition H. Moser & C Sphere Series 3. A watch that features the wildest jump hour I have ever seen in my life, a retrograde 100-meter water resistance, purple accents, haute horlogerie finish, a limited edition exclusivity, and a wackiness the likes of which you won't find elsewhere in the industry. Hautlence is the sister company to H. Moser & C, in the same sense that Ulysse Nardin and Gerard Perregaux are sister companies under one roof, under one management and ownership. Moser, believe it or not, is the more traditional of the two, and Hautlence is the wacky, off-the-wall brand. Originally established in Neuchâtel in 2004, Hautlence is an anagram for Neuchâtel. Today it shares watchmaking and engineering resources with Moser, which means its future is secured. Now this watch is smaller than you would think. Measuring it across the wrist, it's 37 millimeters. In terms of its actual distance from, I guess, what would conventionally be considered 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, it's only 44.9 millimeters without the crown. And then in terms of thickness, I would not describe this as a thin watch, but a lot of the thickness is the sapphire. It's 17.3 millimeters thick, and again, in titanium and sapphire, this thing is very, very, very light, so almost toy-like. It's got this wonderful Cordura or Alcantara-like suede, but it's a natural material. This purple or violet strap, as they call it, is kudu leather, which is a signature of Moser. On the wrist, you can see how narrow this is. Down the wrist, super slim, well inboard of the edges. A man or a woman can wear this. My wrist is 16 centimeters circumference, no problem. A fascinating thing to note here is that although the watch is 17.3 millimeters thick, about 4 millimeters of that is the crystal. So it will actually fit underneath a relatively tight sleeve or cuff, because the sleeve can ramp up over the side of it. My wrist is 16 centimeters. I think you could wear this with a 13.5 centimeter circumference wrist. Taking a look at the strap, it's got a suede texture to it. It's got a thick cut sort of profile, stuffed or bolstered to give it volume, monotone stitch, folded edge. On the bottom, a more conventional calfskin, brand new Hautlence factory strap. Now there is a push button quick release here, and it works just like a seatbelt buckle. You push it, it pops out. The watch is 100 meters water resistant. There you go, 10 ATM. So if you want to take it swimming, they have a lot of accessory straps, rubber, textile, different types of leathers, depending on how you want to set it up. And the fact that you can do this quite easily means that you don't really have to worry about making those swaps. It's easy to do, and even putting the strap back on the case is a simple matter. Rolling around to the clasp, this of course is a purchased component used by a couple of brands. HYT I know has used the same one, but it's a great piece. A couple of reasons. First, it's a double fold, which is always kinder on a small wrist than a single fold, less likely to pinch it. We've got the Hautlence logo, we've got twin trigger. This is all titanium like the watch. The twin triggers have to be pressed on both sides for this to open, so it's nice and secure. Inside we have ceramic spring-loaded pin snaps so that the tolerances will remain snappy over time, as the titanium, even the grade 5 stuff, can't wear down the ceramic. And then we've got a little push button slider here. So in case you find yourself in between sizes, let's say you're 1/2 of a step or you're 1.5 steps or something crazy like that, well, you can actually use this little slider, which is push button and has a couple of increments, to fine-tune the fit in between the holes, which is a really smart system. Rolling around now to the case, because it's grade 5, it is more scratch resistant than most watchmaking steels like 904L or 316L. It also takes a polish in a way that grade 2 doesn't, so we have these nice polished bevel accents on the case. This is a demonstrator for the press and for retailers, so rest assured the real thing is going to be a whole lot cleaner and in better shape than this. This is just a hard-working demo model. Keep in mind the one you get will be brand new, and it comes with absolutely no shortage of luminescence. Now the sphere is a fascinating thing, and I'll demonstrate how all this works. When the lights are off, it's almost easier to see the jump. Okay, you got to fully energize the sphere if you want it to loom, which sadly I did not. But you see what I'm saying here. Now we'll do this the right way. It's almost magic. If you get very close, you can see there are a lot of 21-degree offset conical wheels, and that the sphere itself is actually broken up into parts. But this is a completely unique and original system. Yes, it's a jump hour, but if you've ever seen a jump hour like this, let me know where. The watch is beautiful. We've got a dial that's rhodium plated. It's got a couple of different finishes. We've got a lovely sort of granulation around the edges. We've got a high grade of beveling. You can see these parts at center have a combination of truly handsome polished bevels, and then a sort of satin or matte media blasted top. We've got these solid blocks of luminescence outboard, Globalite ceramic based, and the movement is perfectly sized to the case. Made in Schaffhausen alongside the Mosers. It's got a 72-hour power reserve, 3 Hz beat rate. You can see the movement is properly sized and shaped, a hand and gloved fit for the case. Moser giving us a free sprung balance and a full balance bridge for shock resistance, and the balance also for very precise setting thanks to the screws in the rim used to make the sets. And of course, Moser making the escapement, the balance, and the hairspring in-house, and that's a rare capability even for a manufacturer. You can see on the case back we have beveling, we have polished screw heads, we have satination on wheels, we have a skeletonized open mainspring barrel so you can see the coiling of the mainspring, and actually if you get used to it you can use it as a sort of informal power reserve. You can see there's an internal polished bevel that runs all the way around, and that there's a little bit of faceting of the crystal. If you look at the top, you can see that the cambering and the multiple curves and contours of this crystal make it one of the most sophisticated and complex I've ever encountered. The fact that it is sapphire, not plexi, and all one piece is deeply impressive by itself, but the fact that all this can be made 100 meters water resistant is even more impressive to me. This is a super watch, absolutely wild, and it's also a much more wearable sphere. The first Hautlence HL Sphere came out in 2019, and it was a huge watch. Cool, yes, but too big for a normal wrist, much less a small wrist. This is now the full package, and it's one of the few watches that I've seen where I can say without reservation, I want to own it. I actually like this enough that I'm thinking about spending money on it. It's got a 31 jewel movement that is the 8th caliber developed by Hautlence, and it's called the caliber A82. It's smaller than the original A80 from the first sphere. This watch is absolutely bonkers, and just to show you one more time how all this works. It's like a little piece of magic. This is the Hautlence Sphere Series 3 in very violet.